Good evening, folks, and welcome to the War Party Paranormal Radio Show, where we will discuss all things paranormal. Hear firsthand eyewitness accounts from fellow team members and special guests. Now, for lead investigator and your host, Eric Vanderlaan, and co-host, Michael Del Toro.
What's up, everybody? What's up, my paranormal peeps? Happy Monday. I'm Eric Vanderlaan, and I am your host of War Party Paranormal Radio, and I'm also the team leader of War Party Paranormal Research, and I have my co-host right there.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? My name is Mike Del Toro. I am a tech specialist and an investigator with War Party Paranormal, and we got an awesome show for you guys tonight. Eric, what are we getting into? What is going on with my green screen back there? My cat is hanging from the green screen.
Wheezy. His cat's name is Wheezy. That's like the best name for a cat. But anyway, no, we got a good one. We got someone here that pretty much everyone knows. Daryl Marston of Ghost Hunters. He's going to be on our show. We were going to have a comedian, Anthony Fuentes, which is hilarious. Maybe he'll be popping in later. But basically our show is going to be we're going to change it up a little bit tonight. We're going to add a little bit more humor. So we're going to put you guys, on for a good ride.
This cat already. If you see my screen moving around back there, it's just her. So
yeah, if he's yelling Wheezy, he's not watching the Jeffersons. So All right, so why don't we not waste any time? In honor of Anthony, who's not here yet, or hopefully not here yet, I'm just going to run a few clips. This is on a previous podcast that I was on with him about a year ago. So let's check this out.
To bring this up, Eric, I saw that you did something that really was, it sent chills down my spine. I watched it at like 2:00 in the morning one night, and I couldn't sleep. It was at the abandoned Belglade Correctional Facility. At the ward.
Oh, yeah. He's been super excited to talk to you about
that. As soon as Zacho told me about you, I looked you up. And then as soon as I saw this video, I immediately called back Zacho. And I said, my fears, I'm haunted for the rest of my life, bro.
Goodbye. We'll be back. See you later.
So I see you ask, and you ask the question. You say goodbye. You're like, goodbye, I'm leaving. Mm-hmm. See you later.
Right.
And then I know that's what I told Zacho was so cool is you don't edit it because you could totally tell there's no cut in the video.
No.
There's no pause. You literally grab the EVP.
And I do that on purpose. So
that's what I love about it. You grab the EVP right then and there and you hit play and you can clearly hear him say, no, don't leave.
That's like pretty impressive if you can like scare a comedian. Like that.
Yeah, that was an amazing EVP, by the way.
But yeah, like that was cool that he was like going through my stuff and he saw that. So I think that was quite an honor.
Absolutely.
And then one last clip before we go into Daryl. This one's pretty funny.
Do you believe, and it's going to sound funny, but it's actually true because I'm curious. Can a ghost be fat?
What?
I'm serious. I've always wondered that because, they say when you die, that your body, you're religious, right? So they say when you go to heaven that you don't feel like pain anymore. So I wonder, being a big guy, I always, feel heart problems and stuff like that. Is there fat ghosts?
I think there can be any shapes and sizes.
You think so?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I guess
Just,
if you're
Anthony's
a
just trying to
ghost-
find ways out of it instead of like diet and exercise. Like maybe if I turned into a ghost.
Yeah,
No, Anthony, when you turn into a ghost, you won't have to diet exercise. You can be whatever you want to be.
See, exactly. See, I'm gonna tell my girl that. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't gotta diet.
Yeah,
when I
but
die, I'm gonna be Richard Simmons.
You accidentally haunt a fatter guy. Like that's like, oh, this work out the way I planned it.
Wow. Well, at least I have hope, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, I totally believe that. Like, why wouldn't you? But yeah, sorry we missed out on Anthony, but we're not going to waste any more time.
He's here in spirit. Yeah.
Yep, he is. He is in spirit. But we won't waste any time, and we'll go into Daryl. And as you know, he was the lead investigator for Ghost Hunters, and he also owns Paranormal Warehouse. And Mike, I believe they show clips of teams from all over the U.S.
They do. They have their own shows. They April's on there. A couple other people I know are on there. They put out clips from other people on social media. They've put out some of the EVPs and some of the content that we've captured. And I really appreciate that. And they got a really cool thing. I'm gonna roll a little intro for Daryl, and then we'll bring him on.
Do it.
What the? Oh, you motherfuckers! I think they threw that.
Did you guys throw that?
What?
Are you with me?
Can't hear you.
Did you guys throw that?
Throw what? No way. No. There was like
they just want us to go down there now.
You know what's like not even the light though. There was like a quick.
Yo,
like,
I just saw someone move across just now. Are they down there?
That door's opening and shutting.
Where?
The one at the end of the hall.
See? Oh my goodness.
Hey Daryl, what's up?
Welcome. How was that for an intro, my man?
That's pretty awesome, man. That's from Epic Haunts. I forgot about that. That was at Penhurst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. Yep.
That was funny, man. I was dying when I watched that.
Isn't that always the best when you can like freak out one of your team members?
Oh, I loved it. That was Mike. Mike and Mike. Mike, my business partner from Paranormal Warehouse, and Mike G from Wizard World. Yeah, that was funny. That was a good time.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And that's what we kind of wanted to talk about a little bit tonight is that, what we do as investigators, sometimes it could be pretty morbid. It could be a little, wear on you and stuff a little bit sometimes here and there, because we're out to help people and do residentials, things like that. But, it's a lot of dark stuff. So, when we have time and, and we like to joke around, have a good time, keep the morale up of the team, but obviously but being respectful to the location and other team members and people, but make sure that we have some fun here and there, and that's kind of and what's your feeling on that?
Plus Mike's the serious one on the team. He's like always very serious, like into the equipment and everything. People think he's pissed off.
Yeah, I
like to mess around.
Yeah, I love having fun on the shows, man. It's there's a lot of stuff on Ghost Hunters you guys that we're privy to, of course. Just behind the scenes stuff that was very funny, and especially when you're filming for a major show like Ghost Hunters, where you're working 12 to 16-hour days some days, and it's just like it's monotonous and it's tiring, and you got to do something.
Got to change it up,
keep the morale up, keep it people excited and in the moment. And like there's times we're all, if anybody who's a paranormal investigator is watching this knows there's times when nothing is happening at all. And that could be for hours or even for the whole time you're there, and you got to break it up, man. You got to have fun with it. And it's one thing I've always said, man, if you can't have fun doing your job, man, you might as well just not be doing it. And
exactly,
it's one of the things I like doing. Like messing with people, especially when you're investigating. It's always fun to kind of scare somebody. As you can see, Mike were like they thought for sure, man, that was some paranormal stuff going on there.
Yeah. And Mike's awesome, by the way, too. Good, big shout out to Mike there from your partner with Paranormal Warehouse. I've done a couple little interviews with him and different things for the show, and no, he's a great guy for sure.
Yeah. Mike Diamond's a great guy. Chris is cool. Yeah, he's he usually don't hear a lot about Chris. He's behind the scenes. He actually works out of L.A., so he does a lot of stuff out there. But yeah, he's great guys, man. Great. I couldn't ask for better partners.
So is it true? I read this somewhere online when I was looking for things to kind of talk about. Were you were a pro wrestler?
That's the rumor.
You got the physique, that's for sure.
That's the rumor. Yeah, that was a lifetime ago, man. I stopped wrestling in 2001. That's how long ago that was. Yeah.
Well, we can get you some alligator wrestling. We can get you some alligator wrestling lessons down here, and we got a pretty cool place.
Not wrestling any alligators.
We got a cool place where that's pretty haunted, and there's like known to have alligators.
Oh yeah,
pythons. Actually, the python hunters go there to like hunt rounds. We have a big python epidemic in the Everglades.
Yeah. I see that online all the time. These people hunting pythons down the Everglades, and it just blows my mind is how big these damn things are, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I've seen them firsthand.
No lie, like that neighborhood app or whatever, so you can find out what's going on locally around you. There was somebody posted a picture of a python like wrapped up an alligator, like in my neighborhood. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
They got that one picture where the python like almost swallowed the whole alligator, but it's like he burst.
Yeah. I mean, it's like from the Everglades. Yeah, they showed that one.
And you got to worry about skunk apes as well. Heard of a skunk ape? But actually, Mike and I are going to go on a skunk ape expedition in about a week and a half. Out there in the Everglades. So
that'd be cool.
Never done that before. No. We're going with an expert. So
hopefully you find something.
Yeah, we'll see.
Try to debunk it. No.
So, I don't know. Cool. We'll see. It'll be an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you definitely have to come down here sometime. You got an invite.
Absolutely, man.
We got like historical museums that are haunted that we do events at. So we could show you a cool place. That's for sure.
What if people want to kind of see what you got going on, and do you have any events coming up that you want to kind of throw out there, or any other projects you're working on, or anything that you want to?
I'm always doing the appearances, these different places all around the country. Matter of fact, April 6th and 7th, I will be in Texas at I can't remember, Bellinger Hotel, I believe it is, in Texas. I just came back from Indiana. I was out there at Mansfield College. Manchester College. I'm all over the place with these events. I'm always doing appearances. I do have a new show coming out in June 11th. Matter of fact, it's called Dead Live. It's the first ever live interactive paranormal series. People can watch, where they can be a part of the show. They can actually interact. They can choose the equipment we're using, the location we're haunting, and we're actually investigating in the building. There's all kinds of cool stuff things just keep getting added to this thing every day, and very exciting to have it. We got some cool sponsors behind it, and it's all you can find it all like on my social media, and the places where you can go watch it. It's on demand. So it's a pretty cool experience, man. I hope people come out and watch it, man. It's some great people. I'll be teaming up with Mike, Chelsea Gill, medium to Chelsea Gill, and Omar Gosh from Omar Gosh TV.
Cool.
Investigating a place in Cleveland called the House of Wills. But for our first,
that's a cool place.
Yeah, I've been there before. Matter of fact, I just got done writing a book about it that's coming out next year. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to start the show there. The place I just finished the book about, and can't wait to get out there, man. It's gonna be a cool project. Never done anything like this where it's actually interactive with the viewers.
Yeah, that's a really cool concept, and it's something that with today's day and age, with the way that technology is with 5G and everything, you could live stream and do all these things that you couldn't do years ago, and it's really opening up a lot of different opportunities for people to engage and I think it's a great concept for sure. You know, we do little live events here and there when we're out doing our thing. We'll go live on Instagram and things like that, and it's really neat engaging with the people.
Yeah.
But I think that's really cool.
Very cool. It's going to be on demand, so there's a special site you got to go to for it.
Understandable. Yeah.
It's going to be in the links. I think we're going to do the first hour for free, like on social media. And you go to the link and you go on and you watch the show. But like I said, it's completely interactive. There's a chat line. People can go on. They can vote where they want us to investigate, the equipment they want us to use, if they want us to separate and do solo runs. There's all kinds of cool stuff that's being added to this thing every day. It's hard for me to keep up with it, and I'm one of the executive producers of the show. So every time I turn around, something new's changing, and something new's getting added. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to do this. I've never done anything like it, like I said, and it's just like I'm blown away by the technology we're using. It's fully produced, camera ops and everything. So it's not us running around with our cell phones or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a cool experience. I can't wait to get out there and do the first show. Yeah.
Cool. Very, very cool. And like I got that little ticker running down there, guys, for watching, that bring you to Daryl's website, and there's links there to his social media and stuff, and you can find all that when he posts it.
Yeah. You can go to my link tree as well on Instagram. Also, Paranormal Warehouse, all the stuff will be up there because it's also my site as well. And everything you'll start seeing a lot of the social media ads dropping here over the next few weeks as we approach.
Very, very cool. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that too. I like to check it out as well.
Absolutely.
So
what we want to know, like, for this show is like, what's like a memorable, like, funny experience you had in an investigation, like doing a prank or something like that, other than that last video clip of anything you can think of?
Like Ghost Hunters.
Or anywhere, like it doesn't even have to be Ghost Hunters.
I think one of the funniest things, that I can remember on Ghost Hunters is always people falling. Yeah, we're constantly falling or tripping over something or falling.
Banging your head.
Yeah, it was. Matter of fact, it happened to me. We were in Colorado and we were filming at this camp in Colorado. It's one of the episodes, but they didn't show this, of course. But we went to this building. We just come off a blizzard. I mean, there was a blizzard in Colorado. It was pretty bad, and so it had melted a little bit, and the day got a little bit warmer. And we went to this building earlier in the night, and by the time we left, everything had iced over. And there's like these 2 or 3 steps that kind of led out of the building. And I remember, coming out, and the camera operator man was behind me, and I'm the last one out. Mustafa comes out, the sound girl jumps out, and I'm the only one that didn't jump out. I started to walk down the stairs, and all you see is my feet go up in the air, and next thing you know, you see the camera guy pan down. I'm laying flat on the ground. I broke the camera. Camera was I'm laying on my ass. It was funny at the time, but the next day, I remember I felt it. I could feel those stairs on my back now. But
I think we all investigators have some type of story like that, because
I mean, a good one.
Yeah, definitely. We're roaming around in the dark. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Eric took a nice little tumble there at a cemetery that we go to.
Yeah, I was at a cemetery, and I'm just like looking through like my camera. It's an IR camera, and I'm just looking through the little window screen, and so like everything else is pitch black. And right now we got like a lot of our team members here on the chat. So Scotty, our co-founder, she's on here, and she remembers this. So I'm walking around with my camera, and I do a flip over one of the headstones, and my elbow hit like the corner of the granite and sliced it down to the bone.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything of it. Like I hopped up and I'm like, oh crap. And all of a sudden, like I felt this cold, like on my elbow, and it's wet. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm bleeding. So I went back to the pavilion, and this guy didn't tell me how bad it was. I thought it was like just a cut, but she like butterflied it and wrapped it up and cleaned it. And I just continued on investigating the whole night. And then the next morning I went to urgent care, and they're like, you know what? If you would have waited more than 12 hours, you could have gotten seriously infected. So yeah, that was like a pretty wild night. But nothing won't stop me. I don't care. I'll keep going.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? That's that kind of brings a little segue into one of the clips that we have loaded up here when we were at Waverly Hills. Excuse me. When you're looking through the viewfinder, and I was on the floor above him, and I thought I heard a
we should
woman.
just show it before you say any more.
No, I'm just gonna say I thought I heard a woman scream, and this is what I ended up being.
Freaking scream.
Do you want to roll it?
All right. All righty. Here it is. Look, there's a bat. You see the bat? Look on the camera. There's a bat there. Look. There's a bat flying in here. Oh!
What?
Something just ran right in front of me. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like that before. That was weird. Holy! Holy! Daryl, I'm from South Florida, and bats aren't that big. They're like real tiny.
We got little fruit bats.
Yeah, and like
that thing was.
I was like so freaking annoying. I mean, like I didn't know what I saw until I like reviewed the film the next day. But you know, on the third floor, they said like those are where the creepers, the crawlers, they hang out.
Yeah.
So it didn't look like a bat. Because actually, it was like two bats like flying side by side. So it made this big blob. Because like all I have is my camera and like a flashlight with a red filter on it. So it was like a big blur, and it was like sputtering, like but real fast. I'm like, oh my God, I saw a crawler. Whole night I'm telling everyone this. I mean, actually, there was another team that got pissed off. It was like, oh, he's being too loud. We're trying to investigate. And
I heard him screaming from the floor above him.
Yeah, like I ran up there and I'm like, you're not gonna believe what happened. And like, I had all these plans. Like I brought the equipment that I was gonna set up, but like I totally forgot about it because up in the
well, you're at Waverly. Waverly is such a beast. I mean, once you get there, it's so overwhelming.
It is
how big that. I mean, people have never been there and have seen it on TV. Like, oh my God, this place is big. When you pull up, that place is big. I mean,
it's impressive.
No damn joke. We were there for
huge.
A week, and I don't think I ever went into every room in a week. I was there filming. As a matter of fact, the third floor you were just speaking, that's where I got the, Mustafa and I and a camera guy, I got that rock thrown at us, which I still have. It's right up there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and on the episode. So yeah, dude, it's a pretty active place, man.
Oh yeah, we caught some wild evidence as well. We did actually a show on it, one of our shows here on talking about Waverly as well. But yeah, no, other than the bat thing, we definitely got some pretty epic EVPs, a lot of stuff. It was really...
Well, after they heard me scream like a girl, like throughout the whole building, like it was funny because like a lot of people think spirits are like, it's like scary and maybe you can get attached, but it's not really like that all the time. Like, so I went to the nurse's station back on that floor and I did an EVP session, and I asked the question, that thing that I just saw was human or inhuman? And then I played back my recorder, and like before I even asked the question, it goes bat, and then at the end of the question, it's like bat. Like it was like trying to tell me, you dumbass. It was a bat.
Then EVP
like,
saying
it had like a sense of humor, so that was pretty cool.
Well, there's definitely whatever's there. There's definitely something there, or multiple entities there that have a sense of humor, because that's sort of stuff starting to figure out toward like the last couple of days we were there filming was that something's there. It's, I mean, this is how I explain to people is like if I was dead and I came back as an entity or
I'll be messing with people.
I'd be messing with people. I'd be
right.
Especially a place like Waverly where people out every day. Like I mean, there's teams tripping over each other coming in and out of that building. I would have a field day, man. Messing with
well, have you ever had like an EVP session and you just knew they were just like toying with you, like messing with you?
Oh yeah,
like it happens all the time.
We had that happen at Waverly, man. When we asked, if you watched the episode, and we were asking, they cut a lot of it out because that session went on for like 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer between Mustafa and I. And we were getting the questions like, even our EDI was kind of like, going off at the same time we were getting these questions answered on EDI. And we asked you, hey, let us know you're here, blah, blah, throw something. I can't remember exactly what we said. And we were walking back and that rock come flying across the room and almost hit our camera guy. I mean, it just missed him by a few inches. And Eric, who was our camera guy on that particular episode, he was he's a complete skeptic. He was like one of those guys like, oh, this is all bull. This is all fake, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And he became a believer that night real quick. And it was cool to watch that because he'd been filming for different paranormal shows over the years. I'm not going to mention any of them. And where they got nothing and most of the stuff was kind of and he had that happen to him. And then he came like almost an investigator then that night where he was really starting to get into it. And so was Kendall, the DP, and
that is
really into it.
That is so cool when you can change somebody's perception on things like that. And
that's our goal,
right? And
well, yeah.
And we have
a guy who's been on multiple different shows, multiple good paranormal shows, and had never had anything happen to him except for people juicing rooms and stuff like that, where he actually has something happen to him. It's pretty astounding to watch that happen and to see him flip the switch like, okay, there's something to this.
Right.
Yeah, no, that is awesome. Eric, why don't you run the Lula one?
Okay, this is pretty funny.
So this is, like I said, we do public events where people can come out and investigate with us. And this was Eric was with a couple of the guests, and this is what you'll see.
They were a little bit tipsy too, so it's pretty funny.
Okay, wait. Something is talking. No. Something's talking when you're talking.
Over her?
Yes.
You hear that? You hear that? I heard a girl's voice. Listen.
Yes. Oh my god! Oh my god!
That was awesome, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah, this was Lulu, baby.
Holy shit!
I got goosebumps right now.
I know.
Oh my god, that chills me going down my spine.
Can you clean that up and can we hear it better? Like her.
Let's put it on the speaker.
Right there.
Wait for the camera. You hear that? Right there.
What is she saying?
I know, but it's a female. It's like a girl's voice.
Well, got that question.
It's almost like a playfulness, right?
I told you I heard something.
Well, got that question. Did Lulu?
That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was so funny. Even the guy was like scared, and I'm 6'1". That guy's huge. I think he was like 6'4" and built. It was like pretty funny.
You could hear it. You could hear like the little girl going like beep boop beep beep boop.
It's funny what her emotions. The lady, she went from exciting to scared to shocked. You can see all this
to like,
going through her head.
That's all you ever want. Seriously. Right.
Yeah. When I do these appearances where, I mean, a lot of the ones I go to, I deal with the public, and like after I do the Q&A and meet and greet and all that, we do an actual investigation of the location. And that's one of the things I always want from these people, is for them to get some kind of evidence, no matter what it is, kind of experience, whether it be EVP or, see something or hear something. And it's amazing when it happens, because I feel like I've done my job. And, the whole reason I came there was to do that. And it always feels good. And sometimes it doesn't happen, of course, but most of the time they have a really good time, it's really
good. They had a blast. And I'm like, you didn't see the part, like, after, like, I told the lady, like, you don't have to be scared of it. Like, you're just scared because you don't understand it. I don't think it's anything bad, anything negative. I mean, it could be something that's residual, or something that's playful. It doesn't even sound like it's threatening.
No.
So it was pretty funny.
It's actually time for Tim for tip of the week. All right, so we're gonna bring Tim on, let him do his tip of the week, and see what he's got for us.
Play that intro. Play that intro.
Me?
This is good for the client. This isn't. So just leave it at the door. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Tim Arnwine. I'm your long-haired ghost hunter with your tip of the week. Now remember, a couple weeks ago I told you always look for your best hands-on tool. Look, listen, feel, smell. It's all part of the evidence. But there's another important thing, your energy. Now remember, your energy can't be destroyed. It's only transferred. Now there's two things you can do with your energy. One, like the video, hurt. Don't bring your negativity into something and pile on to what's already there. Try to bring in your positive energy. If you're bringing in your positive energy, your team's positive energy, for lack of a better term, you might be able to dilute the negative that's there. And it might open a door for a connection. All right. So how do you bring in positive energy? 4 ways. 1, now when I get to a location, I always walk in kind of, hey guys, how we doing tonight? What's going on? I'm Tim Arnwine. I'm here just to get a message, see if you want to connect with us. I'm going to be laying down some equipment to let you know we're here, you're here, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Okay, so I had a nice greeting. I introduced myself, and I gave them a purpose of why I'm there. Now, once you lay down that purpose, your first question cannot be, are you the evil SOB tormenting these people? Doesn't work that way. You got to build a rapport, build a connection. Okay. Second, show respect. You've already introduced yourself. Now ask respectful questions like, did you live here? Did you work here? You can actually show a little empathy and say something like, I'm very sorry, but did you die here? Now, why do you want to show respect? 2 reasons. 1, it opens the door for an immediate contact. Okay. I think respect and nice is a lot more appealing. Or if you have to come back on, let's say, a follow-up, or if it's a place you're going to do a lot, it's a chance for them to connect with you. They might remember you as the nice, respectful person, not the jerk. Okay. 3, you can always have side conversation amongst yourselves. If you're not, running an EVP session or something like that, it makes the environment more comforting, more inviting. It might make it more inclusive where they might want to jump in and join you. Now, if I'm doing a historic location, I always try to lead a certain question with the conversation. Like I might look at Eric and say, hey, man, it's really cool how the staff has really kept this place historically beautiful, like when they lived there. Then you turn on your recorder and say something like, do you appreciate what the staff has done to this place? Okay. And then 4 is say thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. I hope when we come back, we can connect again. Okay. And now, since you're there to help, offer it. Turn on your recorder. You can say something like, is there a way we can help you maybe move on and listen to a response? Or is there a way where we can maybe get a message to a specific person and listen to the response. All right. So the big tip, leave negativity outside. Bring your positivity. Bring the whole team to positive. It might dilute it and it will get that door open for more connections. All right. So that's your tip of the week. If you guys have any tips you want to share, expand on, let us know. We can always learn from each other. So I'm Tim Arnwine, longhairghosthunter.com, Longhair Ghost Hunter Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. The book, Ghost Hunting Getting Started, is at Amazon. And thanks a lot for coming in, Daryl. It's been wonderful. It's been fun listening to stories. And we will see you guys next week.
Awesome, Tim.
Good job,
Good
Tim.
job as always.
Thanks, man.
The people love you. They
Good
love
tips.
you, Tim.
Good tips.
Yeah. You were talking about, bringing fun to it, breaking up the monotony. I'm a retired medic, and that's the most morbid job around. And we used to have, back at the station, we would we would kind of, make fun of not the client, but, the situation. And you last a lot longer in the field if you're not taking all that stuff in with you.
Yeah.
So,
People don't know this, but Tim's a comedian. He just like stand up and stuff.
Yeah. I did it before it was cool. $50 a night and all the beer you can drink. So long time ago. But thanks for coming out, man.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you.
So I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that's in the chat. We always have pretty good engagement. We appreciate everyone. I'm glad you're loving the show. Also want to give a shout out to our teammates that are on here all the time religiously. Our co-founder Scotty and the rest of our crew.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, Daryl, I actually heard and saw that you got into a little bit of a bicycle accident at the Central High School. I'm really glad that you didn't suffer any major injuries. And
bicycle, yeah.
So that was.
Yeah, I don't know what that tricycle, where it came from or why it was there, but I couldn't resist. It was this giant tricycle that a grown-up could ride, and it was pretty fun.
So
they have those all over the South Pittsburgh Hospital with the made for kids. I was like,
yeah, this was
adult one like that would be handy to go down the hallways instead of walking, right?
Put your gear on it.
Yeah, strap your GoPro on it and just start.
Actually, that's kind of funny. The Aerojet rocket facility that we investigate that's out in the Everglades, it was a secret NASA facility, and we go out there, and Eric's first time. Series. Yeah, when Eric went out there the first time, you have to go by bicycle because it's like 3 miles.
Yeah, there's a big gate in front of the street, so you can't drive a car through there.
Oh, gotcha.
So, make a long story short, remember we were talking about the python hunters? Well, yeah. I found out about this place watching one of those shows. I'm like, they were saying that it's haunted. And I'm like, I gotta check that out. So we went there with like 4 of us, and some of us didn't have bikes. So our teammate Ernesto had to borrow bikes. So he was riding on a woman's pink bike with a white basket in the front with yellow flowers.
And he's in a band. He's like a rock star. He's a big dude.
Yeah. And then we had like the beach
beach cruiser,
like carts. They're like sort of like wagons that you can put all your beach stuff on when you go to the beach. We had all our equipment in that, and we tied a rope to the back of the seat of the bike and like towed it. So we're ready to like take off and start our 3-mile journey. The python hunters pulled up, and they're like, "What?" They're like, "What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're just gonna film a little something." But yeah, like it's sort of like embarrassing. But I should have asked them if they could have carried our equipment up there.
Yeah, I fell off the bike coming back.
Oh yeah, Tim fell off the bike.
I wasn't even towing anything. Yeah,
it's like, you guys don't have to wait. It's like pitch black 1 a.m. in the middle of the Everglades. Like, are you crazy?
That's the first time I felt my age. I went to sit up on the bike and I felt a twig in my back and I fell off almost into the water.
No,
I didn't have my flashlight. I gave it to the other guy lugging the equipment, and I just yelled, "You guys go ahead. I'll see you tomorrow."
Leave me. Just go.
Just go, man.
Well, speaking of bikes, you want to show everyone Daryl's little bike accident. So
yeah, let's
check this out.
Jesus. It's so hard to steer.
Almost ate the wall.
That is a big guy on a little bike.
Yeah, not much for an accident, but it was fun.
And then before I'll have Mike tell this story. This is like the third time I was there, but I just want to play a little quick intro on that one.
Eric?
I'm Eric, and I can't find my damn headlamp. But seriously, I'm Eric, team leader of War Party Paranormal, and we're going to go that way to look for ghosts and try to avoid the panthers, the bears, and alligators.
Yeah, it's always got that camera up in my face.
That was weird because that night we didn't. We're in the glades. I didn't hear one animal. No.
Oh
bird,
yeah, we didn't see any
nothing.
animals. Like not even as clear.
Yeah, it was even coming back with both sides with water.
Yeah,
no splashing.
We got disembodied voices. That was like crazy.
There's a lot of disembodied voices out there. It's very strange.
Yeah,
basically it's a rocket facility that was built like during the space race, and they were testing out these rocket engines. And then NASA changed their fuel. So in the 60s, it just abandons. It's like this, almost like a little town 3 miles out in the Everglades, all overgrown, apocalyptic looking. Right. And supposedly, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was the director of Aerojet, was doing, satanic rituals. He was like getting messages from Aleister Crowley. So people have been going out there and doing that, like doing satanic rituals and like black magic and stuff there. So there's like a lot of weird energy.
Wow.
Someone found the missing girl's body out there.
Really we got more paranormal noises and living noises in the middle of the glades. It was just very strange, kind of eerie.
Yeah, that is very strange, especially outside with the contamination.
Panthers, bears, and Goldilocks. There you go.
Yeah, no, that facility is epic. It's like you said, there's so many buildings to it, and they're all just abandoned. It's like a whole compound, and you could just explore, and they're all like super active. It's wild.
But Mike had a brilliant idea. He's like, screw all this biking.
I'm too fat for bicycles, man. I was like, you know what? I'm buying an electric scooter. That's the ticket, because the road's paved. It's nicely paved. So my dumbass went out there earlier,
too early
than everybody else, and I was flying my drone around, getting some drone footage, and then I came back, met the guys, and went back out there. So on the way back, the battery died; it was dead, and I was like, "Son of a," and I ended up. It was like 2 a.m. Eric and Ernesto are gone. They took off. Joe Hunts Ghost in the chat there. My good buddy Joe stopped and we walked back. But yeah, no, that wasn't a good idea. I guess check the mileage and the weight limit on one of those before you go on.
Should have shown a video of that. That was pretty cool.
It was not cool
on these scooters. Pretty funny.
I
bought you and Joe, two big dudes.
I bought one just after that, just so I wouldn't have to go back out there on a bike. I said, no, I'm taking a.
They had these like neon lights underneath the scooter.
Yeah, we look like real boards.
It's very South Florida with the lights on the bottom.
Yeah, the underglow.
Yeah. We're always messing around. I got a pretty funny video when we were there too. I'll play that one real quick.
Hello. No. Why you do it to me, man?
Mine?
It's no fun. Fucking words up to that.
Yeah, we were messing around, man.
That's Joe and Ernesto.
Here's one from this weekend. Me and Joe went to the Clewiston Inn, and we got one of the haunted rooms. and
they slept together.
No.
You were spooning. You got spooning on that camera.
No, sir. And we rented the room. I called up and made sure that the room was available. We stayed there. It was a king suite, and I'll let you see.
Florida ghost hunters spend the night in a haunted hotel room.
All right, it's like 3 a.m. I got this crazy dark brown hair thing going on, but we're both gonna go to sleep, Joe and I, and we're gonna leave some cameras set up, laser grids, and some stuff going on while we sleep. See if we capture anything.
So, luckily we have a pull-out bed over here. When I hit
Or we would have been cuddling.
It would have been a big fighting for Big Spoon. So there's actually a door that separates the 2 rooms. So we're gonna shut the door.
Tripwire. And I'm gonna have my Sony night shot running and full spectrum. So let's see how it goes. See y'all in the morning.
Follow for part 2, coming soon.
I bet you would have gotten more activity, like a trigger thing, from if you guys would have been spooning in the bed. I know, like, you probably would have got a really good
Definitely
EVP
not
or
gonna
something
happen.
like that. Hey, you know what? Anthony's here. Let's bring him aboard.
Oh, is he? Better late than never.
Anthony,
What's up, fellas?
you made it.
How's it going?
Good.
Anthony's
What's up,
on,
man?
Anthony's he's on Miami time.
Well, actually, I'm in Chicago. He said 8:45.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
so I
bro.
thought I was on
I
time.
didn't
See,
think of the
typical
time.
Puerto Rican. We're late for everything.
That's okay.
Even when we're on time, we're late. How you guys doing?
Good, doing good. Anthony, that's Daryl over here.
How you doing, Daryl?
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically what we're doing is we're just showing we're always trying to have fun. We don't want things to be so serious when we're investigating. Like Daryl said, like, if you're not having fun, then why do it? So
Yeah,
we're
of
just
course.
showing funny clips, and I started off showing the 2 clips when I was on your show.
Yeah, definitely.
Fat Ghost.
Definitely. It's very important to have fun doing what you love doing, because then why do it if you don't love doing it?
Yeah, for sure. And we still need to bring you down here. That's
So did you ever, you were asking about if ghosts could be fat. What was the thinking behind that?
I can't hear you guys.
Oh, you can't hear us?
You can't hear us?
Check the settings on the bottom. And then go to your audio. Oh, we lost him.
Oh.
All right. Hopefully he'll try to sign back on.
Hey, just maybe bring a little more back. Scotty was asking Daryl in the comments how he got into it.
How
Ghost hunter.
paranormal?
Yeah.
By complete accident. Actually, it was 2005 or so. I've told this story probably 1,000 times, but I actually I got invited to a paranormal event around Halloween. I went and I actually witnessed a half-body apparition my first time out.
Wow.
And I looked and just started pursuing it and just doing it as a hobby like most people do and having fun with it, and it grew. And it's where I'm at now, man. I never thought I'd be where I am. It was just like I said, it was just a thing for me. It was something I did once a month, or on the weekends or whatever with friends, and and my wife, we'd go out and we would do this, investigating, and it just grew from that, man. But that's how I got. I was a complete skeptic of the paranormal, and but I still am in a lot of ways. I don't believe it until I see it, or I can prove it to myself. But I never go into an investigation. I hear all the stories, and believe me, I want to try to recreate them. But until I see or hear something, it's like, it's what it is to me until I can prove it.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And Daryl, do you feel that, like, all the years you've been investigating, like, do you think you feel more connected than you were? Because when I first started, I went into it as a skeptic as well. and I was watching Ghost Hunters when it first started, and I'm like, I want to go to one of those things to see if that's really real. Right. But like, I noticed like the more I've been doing it, like I feel more connected. I can like, I don't know, I've sensed things more than I used to.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know if I say more connected on my end, but I would say that I'm more at ease with it. And things don't, I don't get too excited anymore. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Yeah, we're the same way. Like, oh, it said my name. Oh, like I heard a footstep, you know?
Right. Until I see something, when I'm a visual person as it is, and I like, I like video, and I like, seeing things I capture or seeing them, even personal experiences. That's what really gets me excited, and that's where, that connection comes in, and I start, getting more excited, about what I'm doing. But as far as I'm definitely at ease with it. It's like every time I go to like these events and these appearances and stuff, people are like, you don't get scared when and like I'm like, no, I don't. Sorry, I just don't get scared. There's nothing to be afraid of, for one thing, and the other thing is it's like second nature to me anymore.
Have you ever felt anything like physically?
Oh yeah, I've been physically. Okay. I got physically at one location in Kentucky. I got thrown across the room.
Oh damn!
Yeah, about 6 feet. Yep.
Wow.
I still can't.
I want that to happen to me.
Yeah, you do. You say that in your head.
Let me pull Anthony in real quick.
Yeah, you say that.
Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties.
No worries.
Yeah, you say that in your head until it happens, and you're like, it kind of like
you can't believe it at first, right?
Yeah, I felt nothing. I felt no hands on me or nothing like that. It was more like a burst of energy, and I went back there literally 2 months later to try to figure out what happened and recreate it, and I couldn't. To this day, and that was 6 years ago. I still can't figure out what it was and why it did.
Anthony, what would
6 feet?
Through 6 feet. 6 feet he got thrown.
Good luck to the ghost that tries to throw me 6 feet. Ain't nobody throwing my fat ass. Not even after the afterlife are they gonna throw me that far.
Yeah, try me.
Yeah. You'd have been flying, and I'd be like, what's going on? Why are you flying over there? I'd be like, I didn't get it. It didn't happen to me.
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy. So you said you didn't feel hands, though, right? You just said it was a kind of like an energy burst.
It was like it was like a burst of energy. Like you felt like almost like I can't really explain it. Like almost percussion, like almost thing went off, and I saw a little bit of a flash of light. And that was it. And I laying on my back in the middle of the room, literally 5 or 6 feet from where I was standing. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I commend you guys because I told Eric this before too, that I don't know how you guys do it. Like that's hard. I get scared when I get up at night to go take a leak in the bathroom. Like I run to the wall and turn on the light. Because, that's like the first thing we do. Like, if that's going to stop whatever's coming after you. Oh, the light's on. You can't come after me. And you guys do this in the dark. I've seen you guys do it outside.
It happens during the day sometimes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, you're going to be afraid going to the bathroom during the day. Right?
Yeah, I got shoved one night in a house, and the same thing. I didn't feel anything. I got shoved over a couch, and it was just a burst.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't feel hands. I felt I felt nothing but like this burst of energy. It was really weird.
Yeah, that's wild.
I think it was a spirit of my ex-wife. I think.
She's like, get in the house.
Yeah. She's getting even.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike,
have any of you guys done? I got a question. Has any of you guys done Gettysburg yet?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
He's the expert on it.
Yeah. I live like 2 hours from Gettysburg.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's a paranormal investigator's dream, man.
Oh, I bet, man. I've seen so many stories about Gettysburg, and I was actually going to go at night one time.
Yeah.
I was driving from a show in New York back to Chicago, and I was that close to going, but it was just like 2 hours away, and I had a show the next day. I was like, I won't make it, but I've always wanted to go to Gettysburg at night.
Yeah, Gettysburg.
You see some really cool things.
Yeah. I've never been disappointed. Anytime I ever went to Gettysburg, I've always gotten something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mike, don't you have something that shows Daryl he got scared one time? Some investigation.
You're pulling up Alaska, right?
No, I don't. This one Mike sent me and told me to ask you about it. That's all he said. So I don't really know much the story behind it. He sent it to me and said, just ask Daryl about what happened here.
I guess.
There's something walking above me right now. There's something walking above me right now. Tell me you hear that.
Whoa. There you go, Anthony.
Yeah, I'm running. You stayed. I'm gone.
I'm chasing it.
Cameraman's like, where the hell did he go? I'm gone. I'm out of there.
And yeah, I guess he didn't send the part where I did actually hightail out of that hallway. Well, that was at Pennhurst. That was on the 3rd floor of the Mayflower building. And it's about maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm up there by myself filming, doing a solo session.
Oh, you're by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
I stepped here, footsteps above me, something walking above me. But the thing is, there's no 4th floor. There's like a crawl space, like an attic, maybe it's 4 or 5 foot tall. And I'm hearing something walking, like actually walking like down the hallway I'm walking in, but above me. And I'm like, what in the fuck is this? And I'm like, and it went on for a good 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm like, so I walk in this one room and there's a ladder in this closet that leads up to the attic. And I hear something coming down the steps. It's a raccoon.
Oh man.
I bet you've never been happy to see a raccoon in your life.
So I took off. I got out of there because I didn't know if this thing had rabies or what it was and why it was coming down the stairs where I'm making all this noise trying to scare it and it's coming down toward me. I'm like, I'm gone. So I rolled, man.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The raccoon was probably thinking the same thing. He was coming down like, oh shit, there's a spirit down there.
Yep.
You guys
There's
started
Daryl down there. Right.
Where is that located? The Mayflower building.
It's in Pennhurst. Pennhurst, which is in Pennsylvania. It's an old asylum where they used to keep mentally handicapped children and grown-ups as well, and prisoners.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I gotta go down there during the day. I ain't going at night.
It's just a great day there. It's pretty wild.
A lot of these places, though, if they're haunted, they're haunted 24 hours a day. They're haunted in the day and the night.
Yeah. Have you what times have you guys gone during the day and like anytime you guys?
Anytime.
Like, what's the craziest thing?
You come down to Miami, we'll take you to the Gold Coast Railroad Museum. We get activity day and night there. It's crazy.
You serious?
Yeah, for real.
We got a great EVP at Old Davy at 11 in the morning, Eric?
Oh yeah. Tim and I, the Old Davy Schoolhouse, we were doing EVP sessions like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I asked, what was your favorite subject? And clear as day, it said math.
What?
Yeah, for real. Yep.
Yeah, I was at Fort Delaware one time. It was about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got something loud as day, audible, not on EVP, screaming.
Disembodied?
Yeah, disembodied, audible. You could hear it within 10 feet of myself and my wife. We were there. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Real quick, guys, for the guys that are listening on the KGRA digital broadcasting side of things, we're going to be staying on for a few more minutes, but we're going to stay on the social media side of things. But you guys are gonna be moving on to the next show at the top of the hour, and we want to thank you for listening. And we'll catch you next Monday. But we're going to stay here. And if you want to view us, you can hop over to our social media at War Party Paranormal, YouTube or Facebook, and you can watch us live.
Yeah, it's like I always say, ghosts don't have clocks or keep appointments. They show up whenever they want.
Yeah,
that's right.
What if it? I mean, unless it's me, I'm gonna be a lazy ghost. I'm gonna be honest. I don't start haunting until after 1 o'clock.
There you go.
After my morning coffee.
Well, Daryl said he would be a ghost and be messing with people.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. If I go to Miami with you, the ghost might think I'm Pitbull, though. They're like, oh, my God, Pitbull got fat. Don't mess with him. Now he's Pitbull.
That might stir up some activity. It might be all
We'll use you as a trigger object.
There you go. There
exactly.
you go.
Anthony, we got a place where they do black magic.
Oh, get out. Well, you know, in Puerto Rico, they practice
Santeria.
Kind of Santeria, yeah. Which is kind of like dark magic, too. They, the chicken bones and all of that.
Yeah. So Daryl, like one thing that's cool about South Florida, well, I don't know if it's cool, but there's a lot of different cultures, right? For us, maybe scary for some people, but there's a huge mix of cultures here, from the Caribbean, Latin America,
Native American,
a lot of black magic, Santeria, things like that we've run across, even like in our residential cases. Pretty crazy, and a lot of Native American history here, with Native American Indian grounds, and pretty wild here. A lot of people don't know that. So I gotta take Anthony to like a good old fashioned like voodoo or / Santeria.
I'm down. I'm down for it.
We'll bring the holy water.
We can wrap that
Palo Santo, Palo Santo, the rose water.
We can wrap those trigger lines around him and put him up as a trigger toy.
Yeah, we'll
put Tim right in front of me, though.
There you go.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, Anthony,
You'll be
Tim
my
does
Kevin
some
Costner.
stand-up.
You'll be my Kevin Costner.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
It'll be a battle of the paranormal comedians, like stand-up in a haunted location.
We'll have good with
show.
We'll have fun.
Yeah, I would love that. Definitely.
Yeah, man. We'll put trigger lights around them and just put them somewhere.
That's going to take a lot of lights to get around me.
We got a 30-foot light. We'll be okay. We can wrap us both up. Yeah,
close. He's pushing it, but I think it'll fit. Around me.
Both of us. We'll be good.
We'll have it custom made for you.
Yeah.
Take it to a tailor.
So Daryl, what would you say for anybody that's watching, that's an investigator that's kind of getting started or new or anything, like any tips you have for them or anything of that nature?
Don't do it. Tips. I mean,
Anthony wants to know.
It's just keep it simple, guys. I mean, that's the big thing. Don't go out and buy all this crazy equipment and all this other stuff. Keep it simple. A good recorder, maybe a camera of some sort of camera. I always like body cams because it's just like you clip them on, turn them on. It's like you forget about it. It just runs. And you could take it off. You could place it different spots of the building, location or whatever. And just roll with it, man. You just sometimes less is more, especially when it comes to investigating. You get too tied up in too much equipment. It kind of takes away from the experience. You have a lot of time. A lot of times the equipment, there's so many false positives with it. Radios and phones set it off and things like that. So you want to keep it real, man. I think the best piece of paranormal equipment I've ever come across, like paranormal equipment, is DDI or data recorder.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, if you get something on that, you're getting something.
Oh yeah.
That thing never.
Especially when everything goes off. That's like amazing.
Sitting in a room next to REM pods and K2s, and everything is going off, but that EDI does not go off. I'm like, okay, guys, someone's phone's going off. Check your phones. So, kind of radio waves coming through here, and 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. The EDI is just amazing equipment.
And what people don't know, an EDI is like it's very functional. It can do multiple things. It measures,
it's all in one.
It measures EMF. It can sense vibration and the strength
pressure.
of the vibration. Yep.
Pressure,
humidity.
So it's a data logger also. It takes a SIM card and you can log it and pair it with a camera. And then you could take that log after and you could look at it and you could see the barometric pressure. You could see the air temperature. You could see EMF readings, vibration, and everything. It makes a chart for you to line up with the camera, and you can see what was going on physically and in the environment. And you can see, pair it up to your images that you captured and see what's going on. It's a really great piece of
if we got an EVP or another meter went off, like check the logger and see if there were any changes.
Yeah,
or spikes on anything.
When you get like EVPs and things of that nature, if you got an EDI running at the same time, you'll see like a lot of different pressure changes and things of that nature.
Yeah,
we were actually talking about that with Cody and Satori about barometric pressure and things of that, and what you'll notice in barometric pressures and highs and lows and different times when you're getting more and more activity.
Right.
And speaking of the Gold Coast Railroad Museum, we're talking about I was telling Anthony in Miami, we did it overnight there, and there was a tropical disturbance. Like we were getting bands coming in, like the rain's like going sideways through the hangar. And I don't know, but for me, that was like the most active night we ever investigated.
It was crazy.
And I think maybe, I don't know, maybe just the way the weather
the low pressure system. And all the energy, the static from the storm, energy. It definitely feel like it stirred some stuff up.
Yeah, like things that we witnessed. So it's like you couldn't like capture on camera. Just I don't know, just really odd, but cool.
And we use a lot of static meters, which are good because that takes out all the EMF stuff.
You experienced something, Anthony?
No. I saw one of your listeners said New Orleans. Anybody done New Orleans?
We filmed right outside New Orleans. I never filmed in. I've been in New Orleans, but I never filmed inside.
Someone said, tell them about the FLIR image. At the
so the FLIR, that was wild.
Yeah. So we were So the Gold Coast Railroad Museum, it sits on a former naval air base back in the 1940s during World War II, and they had 3 huge hangars that stored 6 blimps. So imagine how big it was.
Wow.
So a hurricane came by and swept through the naval base, and one of the blimps caught on fire and blew up all 3 hangars. So then the base shut down. So I believe we've gotten evidence from that incident. But on top of that, as time goes by, the Gold Coast Railroad Museum was built like right on top of the base. Like part of the structure, like the side structures are still there.
Yeah, they're still there.
But they have like a smaller hangar built over that. And they have all these historical train cars, and they all have their different personalities. Like they have the Ferdinand Magellan, where President Reagan, Truman, Roosevelt, even Winston Churchill rode in. Supposedly, I think a CIA agent was shot on that train.
Wow.
There's a segregation car. There's a lounge car. There's like a double-decker. Yep, the Zephyr. And then on top of that, like part of the structure of the hangar still there. And we've gotten like EVPs of like something involved with, like the Navy and officers and things like that, which totally relate to what was originally there. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and they were asking about the FLIR, and we have it on our social media somewhere. You could find it, but I didn't film it. Eric was filming it, but
I was walking down the outside of the hangar.
Yeah, outside down through 2 trains.
It's a line of trains on a rail on the rail.
So if you guys aren't familiar with the FLIR, it's a forward-looking infrared is what it stands for. It's a thermal imaging sensor. It picks up heat and temperature signatures. And Eric was walking and filming, and then they didn't notice anything. I was actually going through the footage for something else we were doing, and I was looking through it. And as he's walking, you could see clearly. We have the footage somewhere, where it's like almost looks like a person on all 4s crawling out from under the train and like kind of looking and then sneaking back up under it. But
and it was dark blue. It was cold mass.
It was cold, and it was 60 degrees out, and it was way colder than the ambient temperature. Anything that's hot lights up white, and yellow, and orange. Anything
Yeah.
cold is blue, and the darker blue, the colder. So this was a cold mass crept out from underneath the train, kind of looked around and crept back into it. And then I accidentally, we didn't even know we captured it. We found it under investigation review.
Wow.
Well, and that's on your page?
It's I have posted it on my Instagram. Eric's posted it. It's down deep in there, but after this, I'll go find it and I'll throw it up on my story.
Yeah, I
on
would
my
love to see
Instagram.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna have a radio show on the Gold Coast Radio Railroad Museum, and we're gonna like show our evidence.
And we got a lot, and we got some really
Yeah.
cool stuff from doing the Estes method.
Hint, hint,
So,
Daryl. You got an invitation.
Yeah, man. Anytime you want to
You're
come down, we
free.
got locations.
Just hit us up.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can only imagine what you guys felt when you saw that thing crawling. Now, did it look like the body of a human, or did it look something just like an
It looked like
image or
something on all fours, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was like
like size of a bear, right? Like you can
Yeah.
see like the legs, like going like that.
Yeah, you could see like the two crawl out real quick. It was like as this camera was panning, you could see it crawl out, look, and then tuck back underneath. And it was on all fours, but it was colder than 60 degrees.
Now, if I would have seen that, I would have been hauling ass. And
Yeah.
I didn't see it until Mike picked it up later.
I was gonna say maybe it was the raccoon that scared this guy.
No,
Maybe.
it
Raccoon
was
on
like the
steroids.
size. It was like the size of Daryl.
That was the size of Daryl. Holy shit, that's creepy then. That's big.
Yeah, for sure.
And you said it was cold mass. Now, do you guys see that often? Is that a sign?
It's
of
rare to get something like that.
It is cold spots are definitely something that we look for. Your experience, because you know what they say is that the ghost or energy or entity or whatever it is, they use energy, and when they take that energy in and heat, they leave a cold spot or they leave cold in the area. Just recently, we were at the Deering Estates, and I felt a cold like hand on the back of my neck. It was the wildest thing. And that was in Mrs. Deering's bathroom there upstairs. But yeah, no, that's definitely something to look for. Temperature changes. It's hard in Florida because our temperature is so warm, and it's rapidly changing. So a lot of times on the devices, they have temperature fluctuation that if it goes in 5 degrees in another direction, it will trigger.
Yeah, turn it off sometimes.
We turn them off a lot of times because
Yeah.
it's so warm, and you get a couple people walk into a room and their body heat, and it starts triggering and going off. So the temperature is very hard to gauge here in an atmosphere where it's so humid and hot all the time.
That's crazy. You guys now with those situations, do you guys think? I'm sure it is. It happens, but is it possible for ghosts or spirits to go inside of an object? When I say that, I mean as in stuff haunted. You know, I had a clown. My sister had a clown. I am a clown, but she had a clown that was a porcelain doll, and I swear to God, this thing one night at 3 a.m. started laughing by itself. Now, mind you, it laughed when you pulled the string, but it just started laughing by itself at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. So haunted objects
that.
is to me it's not something really I've ever dabbled in. So I don't really know if anybody else wants to take that.
I think if it has like a strong attachment to someone that was living and then passed away, it's possible. I mean, I've heard of things that happen. Never experienced anything, but how about you, Daryl?
I'm gonna be the spirit that's stuck inside of a Twinkie. I'm telling you right now. There's gonna be some fat person somewhere in North Dakota, like, man, I can't eat this Twinkie. Every time I try to eat it, it's haunted. That's the spirit of Anthony.
I feel it's watching me.
Actually, you know what? I have, Joe just said something. I have, I went and saw Robert the doll down in Key West, and he's supposed to be, that's a whole nother topic in its own. But yeah,
Robert the doll. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, look him up, man. I don't. You guys will get bored listening to talk about it. But it's he's down in Key West, and he's supposedly a haunted doll. And I went down there and checked him out and did a couple EVPs. And
did you get anything?
A little bit. It's hard to tell. It wasn't really epic, I would say. But no. So there's a lot of legend and stories around him as well. Daryl, have you ever had experience with any haunted objects?
I've investigated haunted objects. I never really had anything happen, and I think what Eric said is true. If if someone who was living was attached to something, say your house. I think that's why houses are always haunted, because you got to figure people, that's their home. They bled, sweat, and died for that place. They lived there for 35, 50 years, whatever. And this is they all this time working for, and they don't want to leave it. And that's why a lot of time you have these hauntings. I think the same thing can be for anything. Like, you always hear about music boxes and furniture and things like that are haunted, dolls and things of nature. I think it's because there's an attachment to it. There's someone who has passed away that loved that object. It was something they adored, and they can't leave it, and they're attached to it just like a home.
Yeah, I don't know. The comedian me just thought that goes especially for squatters. I can only imagine the house. The squatter, he won't leave.
Well, the coolest, Mike wasn't there, but the coolest place that we ever investigated was in Casadega, Florida. It's the spiritual capital of the world. There's mediums that live there and things like that. And it started out back in the age of spiritualism, back in the 1920s, where they did, seances and table tipping, things like that. But we investigated this old Victorian bed and breakfast, and supposedly a girl haunts the place, and she died at an old age, like in her 90s. But they feel that the most special time of her life was when she was a little girl, spending time in that house. And we were getting you've seen one of those music boxes that activate on motion.
Yeah.
One of our it looks like a coffin box. One of our team members, Franny, has that, and that was the first time it's only worked was in that place. And we were trying to measure for EMF along the floorboard or whatever, things like that. But we got a lot of activity there, where specifically a little doll was sitting on a little rocking chair. So that was pretty interesting. And that's another, I feel like an attachment there,
Kind of like the Annabelle, right?
Yeah. And it didn't feel, it wasn't like what people think when they think of Annabelle,
yeah,
you're gonna die, but no, it was it felt really good. It didn't feel like anything bad, playful,
Right. I like to think most spirits are people who are just trying to be happy. They're just trying to, like you said, there's an attachment there. That was the happiest time of her life. It's not that she's trying to scare nobody. That's just what she remembers most,
Yeah. So
and like I always say too is, sometimes when you get stuff that might be dark or this or that, they might be kind of trying to scare you away because they don't want to be bothered. Sometimes it's not dark or demonic or this or that. It might just be if you are an a-hole in life, you're probably one in your afterlife. And if you don't want to be bothered, there's people coming in there asking you questions, this and that. And you're like, all right, you know what? I'm going to try to scare these guys away and get them out of here because I don't want to deal with this. And that's the way I kind of look at some things as well.
Yep,
wow,
definitely.
That's true. That is true. So you're saying after you die, you're saying that most spirits tend to be who they were when they were here.
Yes.
And still alive.
100%.
In theory, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
In theory,
Yeah.
everything is in theory. Yeah, because
that makes sense. Because I've heard a lot of paranormal investigations where the spirit was angry, and it was because there was always an angry person anyway. There was a person who went through a lot, and they're angry all the time. So I mean,
well, that's all they are. They used to be people, so you just got to treat them like that.
Yeah. Now, do you guys ever encounter spirits that don't realize they're dead? I've always wondered that. Have you guys ever encountered something like that? Because I heard about spirit boxes. I don't know if those are real or not.
I don't put too much into them. I mean, I think they're fun, and a lot of people do them and everything. It's not solid evidence.
But would you think though, in your opinion, have you ever encountered something like that where spirit doesn't know that they've died? Because there has to be. I mean, a lot of times death comes to you and you don't realize it. You could be sleeping,
Yeah, I've gotten EVPs where it sounded like they were dead. And a lot of times I try not to say that. I try to say, "Oh, did you die here?" Or something. I don't try to say that because you don't know. They might think they're still alive. We don't know. We might be the ghost to them.
Exactly.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
They're living their life and they hear somebody going.
There was a movie on that.
Yeah.
The Others.
Yes, exactly, like that.
I am your daughter. That's the only line I remember from that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if we are not the ghost and they're the living, in their little world. So I mean, I kind of and that's something you learn over the years. You're doing this for so long, you kind of pick up on stuff like that. You adapt to it and you change your ways of doing things, and you learn that from every time you go out and investigate. You're something different you pick up, or something you drop and you don't want to use anymore, and you just And I'm still learning. I've been doing this for close to 20 years, and I'll never stop learning.
Absolutely.
And I don't think anyone will be an expert until they die.
Yeah,
exactly.
We'll have some surprises after we pass away. We won't know the whole truth.
Experts and things of that.
But we want to find out, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why we're in this.
I think everybody's curious. That's one of the most the most curious topics in the world. What is the afterlife? What is after that?
Yeah.
What is
what's
after
on the other
this?
side?
Yeah, what's on the other side? And I think that's why I commend what you guys do, because you guys help us see things. When I watch your videos and stuff, you guys help us see things that we always would love to see, but we're too cowardly to see. And you guys go out there and do it, because I damn sure ain't going out in the middle of nowhere at 1:00 in the morning. That's a lot of cardio. First of all, I'm not walking nowhere. You better give me a golf cart. And it better have turbo on it, because if shit hits the fan, I'm out of there. I'm leaving you guys behind. I'm like, yo, I love you, Eric. I feel bad.
That means
the raccoon got him.
I think that means you're not going skunk ape hunting with us next weekend out in the middle of the Everglades at night.
I'll go if there's a lot of light involved. I gotta have light.
No, it's in the dark.
I don't know about that.
Skunk apes,
snakes,
alligators, pythons.
But things have changed over the years. I've noticed. It's like I've been doing this over 20 years, and I've never really heard anybody knock what I do. It's the curiosity. It's like, you do that. That's pretty cool. And back when I was first starting, people thought, I do this. Oh, you're crazy. There's nothing out there. But times have changed where no one really. No, go on.
No, I was going to say, and we have, thanks to shows like Ghost Hunters that Daryl was on, that bring awareness and to make it less taboo and things like that. So you can be more honest about what you do and different things. I remember years ago, I wouldn't tell anybody that I was going to investigate. I'd be like, oh man, they're going to think I'm a freaking nut.
Yeah. When I first started, it was.
I'm proud.
Either I get the religious person who says it's all demons tricking you, or that's pretty cool. There's no more, pure doubt about it anymore. There's now they kind of want to know what you do, because they want questions answered too, like anybody else. Mm-hmm. It's changed over the past since I started. The whole mentality has changed about it.
Well, it's changed.
Well, yeah, it has, and that's because now you guys guys like you do what you do. You got those live footages, so there's no denying it when you're doing it live. And people are fascinated by it because they're like, "Wow, this is live." Yeah. And I love Ghost Hunters, by the way. I think it was a great show.
Thank you.
But sometimes people think like, was it recorded, so anything could be done. But when you guys do the live footage raw, and then you talk to people like Daryl, and you hear his stories, and you see footage like he just showed us of him in that empty in the Mayflower building. Mm-hmm. That's what gets us. That's like the people like me. That's what gets us to believe, because we're seeing this and we're like, wow, that's really crazy. That's you start to freak out. You start to wonder. I downloaded an app on my phone because I was high. And, it was one of those that you move your phone around. An old lady was behind my door. I was like, look, that bitch trying to get you. That's like, you owe her money.
But now it's
just stuff like that get us. We're curious. I'm always curious as to see that kind of stuff. I would love to be. I would definitely go with one of you guys. With you guys.
You should come, man. It'll be a blast.
Yeah, I would. I would love to.
You don't want to go with Daryl because he'll mess with you for sure. You're like easy prey now. He's like, I think I'm going to invite him. Let's see what we can do to Anthony.
Yeah, exactly. Spirits don't like Daryl, so I'm not going with Daryl. They be pushing him 6 feet, sending raccoons after him. That
sending raccoons.
But I think nowadays the guys like us, not boasting, but we're trying to teach how it's been done, how to do it honestly. to bring some credibility to it, because
Credibility.
when you're passionate about it, everybody in the field is your representative. And if we can spread it around how to do it honestly and with credibility, that only helps everybody in the field.
And sometimes we'll debunk our own stuff. If we post something online and we end up finding out that
I get mad at Mike
when I debunk your stuff. But no, it's great though, because we will call each other out and then we'll look at it and analyze it, and then
I want that. I mean,
we'll admit it.
I totally accept
we'll
that.
admit it and pull it down. Say, hey, no, we ended up finding out this was this.
Yeah, you got to be open to criticism, and you got to put your evidence out there for people to view and for your peers to view, if you want to move forward. And that's just part. I mean, that's one of the problems with this thing we do, or business, whatever you want to call it. I call it a business because this is what I do. But a lot of people don't want to put their stuff out there, and they especially don't want anybody ridiculing it or debunking it. And when that happens, or people question it, then that's when feelings get hurt and people start getting
But
I think what it is too, you guys put a lot of work and effort into these investigations. So sometimes you're not aware that, like you said, when it gets debunked, it's frustrating because you guys put the work and effort,
Yeah.
So that's gotta be frustrating.
Anthony, you're 100% right. There's so much behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people that don't investigate have no idea. I mean, Daryl could probably, and everybody else on the team can relate to this. Many hours and hours and hours of footage that you watch that there is nothing. It's mind numbing. We have to go through so much footage and through so many recordings and listen to them with headphones and sit there and listen to stuff. Sometimes my girlfriend, like, I'm in my garage. I have like an office set up out here, like a little workstation. I'll be out here with my headphones on, just sitting like this, and she'll come and walk out, and then she'll go, oh, and then she'll turn back around. She knows I'm like reviewing stuff.
Our teammate Joe, he sits through rush hour traffic. All he does in his car is review audio while he's sitting in his car.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you're honest about it, you take the time. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Daryl, you said Daryl does that?
I don't know, but I'm assuming, right? You would.
Oh yeah. I've done it.
No, I'm sorry, Eric. Who'd you say does that in the car?
Oh, our teammate Joe.
Oh, Joe.
El Puma.
El Puma.
So I would hate to be driving next to Joe on the highway, and he's got that thing full blast.
Into his woofer.
Yeah, you hear EVPs and stuff.
Because when I post something, if I had to reverb it or echo it, I put that out because I wanted to be totally transparent. And I always ask people to tell me what they think, because that's honesty, and that's credibility to the whole field, and that's what you want.
And that's awesome. That's why I like looking at you guys' stuff, because you got, like you said, you got a lot of people out there who try to, fake it or try to anything just to get likes, just to get attention. Exactly. And you guys, this is a profession for you guys.
No, because once you fake it once, you lose all credibility.
Exactly.
Believe you.
And watching you guys, it's even if you guys don't see nothing or hear nothing, it's more intriguing because it's raw. What you're getting is live. What you're getting is raw. What you're getting is honesty. So if nothing happens, that's fine. But at least I know I'm hearing the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather the truth than fake.
That's all we're looking for is the truth.
Well, the whole purpose of War Party Paranormal is to help people that are having issues in their daily life with paranormal problems, and we do residentials. And the whole reason that we started doing the events and everything that we do is to get into people's, face, to get out there, to get in, have people come out, meet us, do stuff like that. And then if they, have a paranormal problem and they meet us in person and we're doing EVPs, they're going to be more amped to come up to us and say, hey, listen, I have something going on. I might need some help. And that's the whole reason that this is what we do,
and we don't take a dime when we do our events. That money goes to the museum, help them, with the maintenance and all that. So we're just out of pure passion.
That's awesome. That is really dope.
Hey, Daryl, and
really cool.
I know we kind of allotted, for an hour. I don't know if you got to get going. I don't want to keep you on if you got. I'm sure you got other stuff going on as well. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah. I'm going to jump off here in a minute. Guys.
Why don't we have everyone plug themselves?
Let's wrap it up.
Real quick, Daryl, I gotta know craziest place you've been to. I mean, and when I say craziest, I mean most craziest experience.
Probably Haines, Alaska.
Haines, Alaska. What'd you see?
Actually, on the show, you can see where I captured a full body apparition twice on my camera, on my body cam.
What, for real?
Yeah.
That's did you post it?
It's on the show.
Is it? Okay, I gotta watch that episode.
Yeah, it's
watch that episode.
Pull up Haines, Alaska. Ghost Hunter, Haines, Alaska.
All right, I'm definitely gonna watch that.
All
I'm
the
definitely watch it.
Yeah. That was
I'm gonna let you know now. I'm gonna watch it high because I can't watch that. I'm freaking the hell out if I don't.
With your Twinkies.
Yeah, with my Twinkie in the hand.
Yeah, definitely the craziest on the show. Off the show would probably been the House of Wills in Cleveland, Ohio. So yeah, that's a two.
The House of Wills.
Yeah, in Cleveland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta Google that. I never heard of that. The House of Wills.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote a book about it. It's so bad. Yeah.
Daryl, tell people where they can see that and plug all your other stuff where they can find you.
Yeah, you can go to actually my link tree on my Instagram and everything on there. All my social media connections are on there. You can go to Paranormal Warehouse. As far as those, you go YouTube. They're on Hulu. They're all over. They're playing right now on Discovery Plus, Vice, and on Travel Channel. So yeah.
Yeah, I watch it on Discovery Plus. That's what I watch.
Yeah.
And keep an eye out for him on Instagram because he's going to be doing events all over the place. And running that.
You can go to flumery.com. Most of my events are on flumery.com. But
what is it? Say it again.
Is keep an eye out for the new show coming out June 11th. Dead Live, guys.
Hey, it comes out June 11th.
Yeah.
On my birthday, I'm watching it.
Happy
Definitely
birthday.
watching it.
And yeah,
brother. See, you gave me a gift.
Live, interactive for everybody watching, so it's going to feel like you're part of the show. You can come in and there's a live chat. There's you can pick where you want us to actually investigate everything. So it's pretty cool. It's going to be a new
experience. Heck yeah, man. Let us know when it's getting a little closer, man. We'll throw it out on our social media. We'll push it for you, man.
And Anthony, tell people where they can find you, what you got coming up.
You can find me. You can find my mugshot online at Anthony.
I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us, Tim?
We can hear you.
I hear Tim.
He's breaking up.
The spirit.
Go ahead. You can roll with it. He'll come back on.
You actually, I perform all over the country. You can catch me at Instagram at Anthony Fuentes Comedy. You can catch me on Facebook, Anthony Fuentes Comedy. TikTok, the Comedian. And if you really love me, follow me on Cash App at the Comedian.
Do it. He's hilarious. You gotta watch him. He's
all right. Yeah, definitely. You can check my clips out and
just
stuff
send
like
that.
And Tim, are you still hanging in there with us? Tim?
I don't think
you guys are freezing up and everything. You see me now?
Yeah, you're good now. We hear you. You're good, Tim.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Mike froze up too. Mike, you there?
No, I'm here.
No, Mike
okay.
is there.
All right, cool.
All right.
And Mike is just good at staying still.
Yeah, I just was like, so real quick, we're just going to throw out Tim. You can find Tim at longhairedghosthunter.com. You could find his book on Amazon, Ghost Hunting Getting Started, ghostlyexperiences.com as well. You could find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. The easiest way to find me is go to my website, www.flaparanormalresearcher.com. And look forward to seeing you guys. And I really appreciate everybody joining the show tonight. And thank you again, Daryl.
It was awesome. You gonna let me say my thing?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
sure. Mike was just like,
what's going on here?
And nothing about Eric. Don't worry about
Eric. Y'all have a good night now. Okay. First of all, I want to let everyone know that you can go to the KRA Digital Broadcasting Network, which is other amazing shows here, not only us, anywhere from cryptids to UFOs, the paranormal. Me personally, you can find my stuff at Ghost Hunter of South Florida through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and then War Party, Facebook. We got our website, and we're on YouTube and Instagram as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. And
hey, honestly, guys, it's been an honor. Truly,
yeah,
an honor
thanks for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. So I was late, but hey, in my defense, he gave me Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, my bad on that. I feel real bad about that. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, man.
But Daryl, I would definitely check out that June 11th,
We'll bring you
and
back.
I'll look up that episode, and I'll look up the House of Wilkes. I'm really excited to look that up.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next Monday.
Yep. And thanks for coming on tonight's show. We really appreciate it. And I'm going to let Mike take this thing home.
All right, let's do it.